Matt from Beer Guerrilla, and today I'm going to show you how we make our take on the classic rum cocktail, the Mojito. But of course, we're Beer Guerrilla, so we like to add some beer. It's essentially the same process that you would make a normal Mojito, but we're going to give it our little twist. So, I'll show you what we do. First of all, take a lime, give it a bit of a roll just to let those juices out. Then I'm just going to simply chop each end off and slice it in half. And then we're just going to use a quarter of this quite large lime. And pop it in the glass. If you've got slightly smaller limes, use half, but that's probably enough. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give it one more little wedge for luck. Next on the ingredient list, we're going to use some sugar. We like to use a soft brown sugar, but you can use any sugar if you want, really. You don't have to be too precious about it when you're making a beer cocktail. It's all about having a bit of fun. So, nice heaped teaspoon, drop that in. And then the next ingredient on the list is mint. What I'm going to do is use a nice handful of sprigs, so maybe 6, 8, that sort of thing. Pop them in, and then we're going to use our cocktail muddler. If you haven't got one of these, just use the edge of a rolling pin or something like that. Just give it a bit of a squidge. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just enough, maybe 7 or so, just to start releasing that lime juice. Don't squash it too much because you'll start to release bitterness out of the lime skins, and we don't really want that. So the next ingredient on the list is the rum. So for our beer cocktail, we're going to use Havana Club. So that's a white rum. You could use Bacardi or any kind of white rum you like, really. We're going to use 25ml, which is a single shot. Normally when you're making a Mojito, you probably use a double. But as we're adding booze as the mixer, I think a single's enough. But if you want to add a double, add a double. Next thing to do, just give it a little swirl around, just to start to dissolve that sugar a little bit more, mix in the rum. And then, next part, some beer. So, what we're going to use is Sour Susie. So Sour Susie from Lervig is a Berliner Weisse style of beer. So it's a German style, it's very light in colour, naturally sour. So it gives a really nice refreshing edge to the Mojito. So what we like to do is, if we add maybe about half, then add some ice. Now you'll notice I'm using quite big chunks of ice rather than the crushed ice that you might expect in a normal Mojito. Really like to use the big chunks so that it doesn't melt quite as quickly, then you're not watering down the beer, which is slightly different than when you're using soda if you're making a normal Mojito. So we've given a chance to mix it slightly and top it up with the rest of the beer. One last quick swirl and top it off with a couple of straws and a nice sprig of mint for garnish. And there you have your Guerrilla Mojito. Cheers!